dum. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da da. Ya da 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 dum. Ya da 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 dum. Ya da 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 da. Ya da da da. Ya da 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 dum. Ya ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da da da. Ya ba 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 ya da. I ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da da da. Ya da 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 da. Ya ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da da da. Ya da 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 dum. Ya ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da da dum. Good morning, Boker Tov. Yes, Linda, I made it. It's like one of those things, I know that I'm going to have to do this not from an office, from my house, from wherever. It's like, where do you stop to do it? Where will there be enough service? Do I have enough time to get from here to there and so here I am. I'm here. Thank God you're here. Thank God whoever else is coming here will be here together, because we're in a place of confusion, of topsy-turviness in the world. We've been in this place. But now, thinking about the situation in the world for Jews, for humanity, and thinking about questioning, like, why now? Why still? And I was thinking about it last night, and I thought, this is a political thing. As much as, like, we don't want it to be, as much as it's, politics has its own issues, we know. Because if politics were the way we wanted them, well, there wouldn't be so much turmoil in the world. But I'm thinking about is funding, the U.S. is pulling back. The president is good, the president is no good. I'm thinking about, for every 4 years, it seems to be there's some sort of major upheaval in order to get the people going crazy. Wild. I think we're not allowed to use the word crazy anymore. It's one of those words that although wild and crazy become synonyms for one another, so it's silly, but whatever it is. And so 4 years ago was Black Lives Matter. Now 4 years, the last political race, and here we are. People are freaking out at Biden, and other people are like, who's doing the right thing? And so we all have different feelings. We all have different frustrations. We all like politicians for this thing and not for another thing. And truly, there's never going to be someone that we're going to be like, yes, this is the answer. Because even every president that you've just think in your own mind about your own self, any president that you said was the better choice, or, oh, this one is going to be great, in the end, there's always going to be something that we don't like about them, or the choices they make, or the difficulties in the situations that arise while they're in office. And so I think it's important to stay focused. It's important to do what we can do to try and make a difference in the world on a small local level, in our own neighborhoods and communities. Because in truth, yes, we'd love to say that, whoever is in office, in whatever political seat they sit in, that they'll do the right thing for the people. But it's never going to truly be for all the people. And so in this week of Tiferet, as we welcomed the month of Iyar, we realized that we need to have an open heart. We realize that the month of Iyar is about healing. And there's a lot of healing that needs to be done in this world, in our own hearts and bodies, but in the fabric of humanity, There are so many rips, so many tears. In fact, it feels like it's not, we used to say, oh, it feels like it's fraying. The tapestry of humanity is fraying. But it's more than fraying. It's torn. It's ripped. It's almost to a place where we question, is this even mendable? It's, can we repair the damage that's being done? And I don't know the answer. But I do know that in healing, we always find a way. Yes, Lisa, Elisa, I know that feeling. Most often we know who not to select or who doesn't work for us. Whereas we're not so sure about, yes, this is the right person. Maybe in my, I don't know how many years that is, 28 years of being able to vote in any year, in any election, I'm not feeling like maybe once, where I was like, yes, this is the right person. But listen, we're never going to know who the right person is until, everybody has a beautiful do in the world. And then it comes to action and it's something different. Let me just want to put do not disturb because my phone's going to keep ringing and knocking us out. So as we come to this moment, we've welcomed the month of Iyar, which arrives during the week of Tiferet. This is our week, the third week of the Omer. And Tiferet, the harmony, the beauty, the truth, calls forth the courage and vulnerability to have an open heart. Beauty, patterns of harmony, this interconnection of all life. I'm having a realization that the interconnection of life is what feels to be disjointed, right? We know that we're in theory, in actuality, we know that we're all interconnected, but it feels like at each and every joint and socket, there's space. And we love space, right? We love space because we co-create. We love space in Torah because we can navigate and find our own truth in it. But when we're connected to something, we want to be totally connected so that the flow of energy, the flow of life force, the flow of divine power can flow through the entire thing. And so it is magnificent that we're all interconnected. But in times like these, I struggle, and I'm sure you struggle, with the idea that we're interconnected with that which doesn't want us to exist. And so in that magnificent way, in the patterns of harmony and the beauty that astonishes us in moments, Tiferet also reveals the cracks and the brokenness and the pain that we experience and the pain that we cause. Imagine a wide open field, the field of Tiferet. This infinite, compassionate, fierce flow of determined love holds us, guides us, helps us to find the truth with empathy and with care. Imagine feeling that divine blanket holding us, the compassion, the love, the empathy, and the care as we navigate what is beautiful and what is fractured at the same time. The month of Iyar and the week of Tiferet also offers us this great gift of second chances. When the Jews crossed the sea and faced the expanse of the unknown, right? You knew what you were getting. It's like people that their job is so terrible. Every day is the worst day. Every day from 9 to 5, they hate every aspect of it. and they start looking at other things. And the grass is always greener on the other side, and they get afraid, and they stay where they are because they know where they are. But they don't, know where they're going. The Jews crossing the sea, not knowing where they're going, only to complain when they were free at first because they knew what they had. Even that it was terrible, they knew what they had. They grew afraid. The expanse was there for them. They grew afraid. The mystery called, I am the life force, your healer. I'm going to heal you. Yes, this is not going to be great, and you came from such trauma, but I'm going to find a way for you. We only pray that God is finding a way for us in these times, in our own lives, in the lives of our people, in the lives of humanity. We can only pray those words of Exodus 15:26. I am the life force, your healer. Where are you, God? Show up for us, please. ER is an acronym for that statement. I am the life force, your healer. That in this life of expanse, of uncertainty, of the unknown, the infinite presence is with us. A force of healing, a force of possibility, a light, a connection, a source of blessing, of second chances. Because the full moon of ER provides the opportunity for something that has been missed. ER says, give yourself and others generous second chances. Allow for do-overs. ER says, give yourself and others generous second chances. Allow for do-overs. For many of us, this seems impossible. Some of us are grudge holders. Some of us are victims of trauma that we're just not ready for that. But maybe we start small. May this month of ER, may this week of Tiferet guide us with courage and love, forgiveness and truth. May the mystery of being the guide of divine healing have compassion and love for us. And may it find its way through us into the world. May it be so. They say, can you hear Ratzon? May it be so. May we find our way in the world with a little bit of extra love, beauty, harmony, and truth as we work on the healing of our own souls and the healing of this world. We are one human family, one heart of abundant love. We love you. We're grateful for you. We're going to try to live stream Kabbalat Shabbat Friday night service at 6 o'clock today. We have a bat mitzvah, but it's off premise. So we always have to worry about what that looks like as far as connection, internet connection. But if there is some reason that we can't at 6, we'll be on at our regular time, 7:30-ish, as long as we can get out and get back. But we'll keep you posted because we don't want to miss Shabbat with you. Our Shabbat time together means so much to all of us, and so we'll be back for that. But, of course, we don't use but, sorry. And, of course, we'll be together at 9:30 for Omer counting, and tomorrow we got lots of time to connect. Let's continue to lift each other up. When we are this high, let us get higher. When we are this low, let us hold and find a way towards lifting up. We love you. We will always love you, and we will continue to connect. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Od Avinu Chai.